to Architecting. I'm your host, Angela Mozzi. You made it. This is the landing pad for raw honesty about connecting your career with your purpose. I'm going to give you the tools you need to be an unapologetic advocate for yourself and others, because if you're here, you believe that the space we surround ourselves in matters, and you're committed to project by project building a better world for all of us. If you're with me, let's get architecting. Hey, Bright Lights, it's Angela. Welcome back to Architecting. I am so glad you are here. Woo! I am so excited. We are officially celebrating Time Management Week. So we kicked it off on Saturday with a workshop about low-key strategies to take back your time. And all this week we are having special events. So listen in and learn how to get yourself in on the good stuff. I always feel like when I teach something that there are lessons for me that then arise. Well, I'm so excited that we're going to be talking time management. I have been really confronted with full throttle, just an incredible volume. I wanted to just give you a little bit of a snapshot of what last week was like for me. This week is not looking a whole lot better, but I want you to see this and also see that I made the time for the things that were priorities, even though I had a lot going on. Check this out. In addition to having 3 days full of client meetings and prepping for a whole different projects, rounds of client meetings that are this week, I also had a call with an assistant to the mayor about strategy for AIA Cincinnati and being advocates for the community. Went to my friend Megan's amazing photography exhibition. She had her gallery opening in her new studio and featured this amazing exhibit of 40 women over 40 telling each of their stories, which I was so honored to have been one of them. Attended a lecture on equity where my friend Roderick was speaking, then moderated him and 2 other people from our local architecture community for our Vision Leadership Program on Friday. Did a mini time management workshop for that Vision class and hosted the low-key time management workshop. What I find is that as my capacity to do more expands, the opportunities to do more also expand. So how do I do it without exhausting myself? That is what you can learn if you tune in to the webinar. I wasn't going to do replays for this, but I had so many people say, I have something I have to do, an obligation I can't get out of, can't make it. So I decided to do a time-limited replay. You can catch that in the show notes, or you can also subscribe to my newsletter to get the link or find it on my social media accounts. But if you want to hear it, you really have to make yourself a priority and say, I'm going to go get this link and I'm going to go find an hour and I'm going to listen. I am partnering up with my good friend and fellow business coach, Sarah Francescuti. You've heard from Sarah before. I participate in her leadership summits and we've done some collaborative things in the past. All this week, if you subscribe to my newsletter, which you definitely want to do because you get some great insider information there that you can't find anywhere else, we are doing a daily email around a topic related to time management that has 5 pro tips in it. If you want to read those, if you want to learn more, subscribe to my newsletter. And again, the link is in the show notes. I wanted to talk a little bit today about a huge aspect of time management, which is, are you asking the right questions? You're going to say, I'm busy. And so many times when I hear I'm busy, as you know, I have no patience with that phrase because it's code for that's not my priority. The sad thing, though, is that most of the things that people don't make a priority through their actions are, in fact, a priority for them in their heart. So they long to do these things, yet they never give themselves the permission to, because they let their day get filled up with all the other chores. And I've been saying this the last few days as I've been talking about time management. It is very much like the story of Cinderella, who wants to go to the ball, but the stepmother keeps finding more chores that she has to get done first. I want you to look at your inner Cinderella. What do you long to do? And then I want you to see your inner stepmother and all the ways you keep throwing up the roadblocks of busyness. These things that feel like they need your attention, all of it right away, no matter what. These things that don't energize you, but exhaust you. So then at the end of the day, you have no more bandwidth left to do the passion project, to do the networking, to get out there and do the things that would lead to more opportunities. So we've really got to stop accepting the premise that the only way to get through the day is to do all the chores that are put in front of us. Because I got news for you, they never end, right? Your dishes are not self-cleaning, your bed is not self-making, and all of the other to-do list things at your job are recurring. So you never really get them done. You just kind of keep things in motion, keep momentum going. But the truth is that those things, most of them, don't need to happen exactly right now. You do have a little bit of leeway about what priorities you put in your day. And those priorities will make the difference to whether you have the time and the energy to do the things you really love. I really want you to start asking a different set of questions about the way that you spend your time. And I'm going to go through these questions really quickly because if you want to dive deeper and learn more, I really would love it if you would subscribe to my newsletter and get the inside scoop where I talk a lot more about all of these things. Your questions are, does this need to be done? So many times we spend our time doing things that nobody needs to do. They are an utter and total waste of time. Choose to stop doing them. Check yourself. Next question. Do I want to do this? Something may be a valid thing to happen, but it doesn't mean that you enjoy it, and it doesn't mean that you are obligated to say yes. Check in with yourself, and if it is not a hell yes thing for you, then it's time to start saying no. Question 3, who else can do this? What can you offload and delegate to another person instead of being a control freak perfectionist and trying to do it all yourself? Question 4, why does this matter to me? This is all about priorities and making sure that you are putting the things that really are the game changers for you first and not last. And the last question, how can I? How can I is moving past resistance, moving past a perceived lack of talent or resources, including time, and saying instead, how can I? I hope you enjoyed this mini episode. I hope it's helping you think a little bit differently about the questions that you should ask yourself to check in and make sure that you're using your time as effectively and efficiently as possible. Make sure you subscribe to my newsletter to get all of the emails this week and also to hear Sarah and I's Instagram and Facebook live time management hack workshop that's going to be happening on Friday. You can only get it if you follow one of us on social media. My Instagram is Architecting Podcast and my Facebook is Architecting. Follow the page, follow my account. Make sure you don't miss this. This is going to be a really great opportunity to learn a whole lot of really cool things that are going to save you time and really leverage the work that you are doing. If you found this content valuable, please like it, rate it, review it, and refer it to someone you know who could benefit by listening. It really helps so much to keep the podcast visible to people that are looking for it in the algorithms, and it really does help us to reach and help as many people as possible. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Stay tuned for more of these mini episodes this week as we explore time management. Thank you for listening. You made it all the way to the end of the episode, which means you are committed to making yourself a priority so you can be empowered to do the work you were called to do in the world. How amazing is that? If you would like even more content just like this, please remember to subscribe so you never miss an episode. I would so appreciate it if you left an honest review too. Hey, I want you to know I'm here for you beyond the boundaries of this podcast. You can follow me on social media at Architecting Podcast or visit architectingpodcast.com to download some great free resources. Take care, everyone, and stay inspired.